7-year-old Dalilah Coleman's story is echoing across the country, and now her family is turning heartbreak into hope, pushing for a law in her name to be enacted nationwide. Tyus Rush tragically lost his life right here off of Plains Road, and his family is still mourning his death, trying to find answers from the Bakersfield Police Department. According to this list in the California Bureau, it seems like California has the highest groceries nationally. And I'm going to show you what to expect when going grocery shopping with me. Hundreds of people came out at the Kern County Public Services building in protest due to potential Medicaid cuts. In certain Bakersfield neighborhoods, you may see mailboxes just like this, but when you take a look inside, you'll see it's filled with nothing but books to combat the reading crisis right here in Kern County. Avenue in Northeast Bakersfield is what neighbors describe as a quiet, peaceful community where neighbors live side by side. But on Christmas Day, that usual routine was shattered by unexpected gunfire.
I hit a second one. Do I get a prize?
Yeah, why not?
Right here at Foothill High School, a teacher is facing numerous felony charges for allegedly having sex with a 14-year-old student. And her parents are taking the necessary precautions in order to file a lawsuit. Chants that you're hearing right behind me are students who walked out of school today in protest of ICE raids and the current administration. And all they want is their voices to be heard.
I was already laying down on my couch after dinner, and I heard like my whole iron screens on my door shake really hard. And I thought somebody was at my front door. I look out my window and I see my neighbors walking over to the gate.
Bakersfield resident Lino Azevedo describes the aftermath of a crash near his home, a collision involving 3 minors, something he says has become all too common living near Highway 178.
I've only been here for 6-8 months, and already this is the 3rd one I've witnessed.
Sunday, police spotted a stolen car carrying 3 minors near Flower Street and King Street in East Bakersfield. According to CHP, officers attempted a traffic stop, but the driver sped away. Police followed until speeds became unsafe. Moments later, the car slammed into a guardrail on Highway 178, injecting all 3 minors. According to a family member that didn't want to be on camera, she tells us the driver of the car that passed away is 13. His cousin, also 13, was treated and released, while the 3rd person is reportedly to be 12 years old, and he remains in serious condition. For residents like Azevedo, the teens remain in his prayers.
I was looking at it like, I hope the kids live, regardless of what they did. You know, the car could be replaced, but the lives, that's just precious, you know.
Family friend Kira Smith, who was unable to walk due to a previous accident, says that this is all too common within the Bakersfield streets.
I was sad. I was in disbelief. Heartbroken because they're kids.
I'm Chantaye Imani reporting in Bakersfield. Dalilah Coleman, 7 years old, was just 5 when she was injured in a 6-vehicle accident in 2024 on Highway 395 in San Bernardino County, causing severe brain swelling and leaving her on life support. Today, she's nonverbal, but her bright smile and charismatic charm still fill the room.
So she used to run around the house a lot. You know, she was extremely loud.
The truck driver charged with causing the crash is Partap Singh. According to ICE, is an undocumented immigrant from India currently being held in ICE custody in Texas. The case caught the attention of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem on a campaign to visit what are called angel families, individuals victims of crime by undocumented immigrants, as part of crackdown on immigration. How did it feel to get a visit from Secretary Kristi Noem?
It was shocking. We went to DC hoping to be heard, but not expecting all the notoriety that followed. It was unexpected.
Coleman, a truck driver himself, says him and his wife later went to see the man responsible for the crash while he was being held at the Mesa Verde detention facility in Bakersfield.
It was important to us for him to see her. It was important for us to know that now he knows the condition that she's in. And if he chooses to ignore it still, that's between him and God. You know, right now my goal is to bring awareness and advocate for her.
With more rehabilitation, therapy, and another surgery ahead, the family is already saving and planning for next year.
He's 20 years old having a driver's license. Nobody at that age should be operating, you know, an 80,000-pound truck by themselves. The training that the schools provide need to direct on allowing people to get licenses. I think that the test that the people are taking needs to be broadened a little bit more. I think right now that they're letting a lot of people slide because the so-called shortage of drivers out there.
I'm Chantaye Imani reporting in Bakersfield. Dalilah Garcia sits among the crowd of parents for what her daughter, Hasid Garcia, should have experienced, a middle school graduation.
If I could give anything in the world to have her back, I would.
Just to hear her daughter's name at graduation, you wouldn't think she would have had to go through obstacles yet.
Would you be able to tell me one more time all the hard work you went through just to hear your daughter's name?
I started off with the principal of the school, then I went through the supervisor of districts, and then I went through the actual superintendent of districts, and then from there I started doing a petition online.
At first, Greenfield Union School District didn't want to say Hasid Garcia's name because she committed suicide. Persistence, some others' love, and the community support, the school finally agreed to say,
in memoriam, the first name read of the class of 2025, Hasid Garcia.
She says saying Hasid Garcia is more than just a name. She was a star student, a kind soul, and a representation of the names of lives lost who weren't honored.
I would love to start either a nonprofit or something in their honor, equally for my daughter and for something of, suicidal survivors.
Now at graduation, she stands in support of Hasid Garcia's friends like Nicholas Holcomb, who was one out of the 2,000 signatures that fought to hear Hasid Garcia's name.
This is the biggest way we can show her name, the biggest way that we can fight for her name, because in the battle of depression, you're not doing it alone. You see it as alone, but everyone's fighting with you.
He tells me how it felt hearing her name.
Knowing that she's watching over us, and just that now she's actually here, sitting in a seat next to us, watching us from the stands, laughing as she says our names. That's how it felt.
That's her.
As Dalilah Garcia still grieves the bright soul her daughter was, she has a message for parents.
If you feel something in your gut is not right, don't second guess it. Don't talk to them. Even if they're going to be mad at you, at least you help them.
Dalilah Garcia tells me that she's grateful for the community support and wants to start her own nonprofit. For those who are experiencing a mental health crisis, you could look at the number directly at the screen for support. I'm Chantaye Imani, your Bakersfield neighborhood reporter.